It's almost embarrassing and disgusting.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fancy Fitness. Let's start this video with the impression of one of the bodybuilding legends Flex Wheeler has on this past Mr. Olympia. And he doesn't seem very happy with the performance of the open class competitors especially. And to be more precise, the performance of Samson Dauda and Andrew Jacked, because these were the two guys with the biggest frames on that stage.
I was not overall impressed with the entire, open class. I thought men who we have said for years that can be Mr. Olympia fell so short of their goal. It's almost embarrassing and disgusting.
But I want to ask you guys a question. Were you guys disappointed with the conditioning of some of these guys as much as Flex Wheeler? I mean, Hadi Choopan did an amazing job on not only making enough improvements, but bringing a lot better condition than last year. And Derek Lunsford, on the other hand, who won his first ever Mr. Olympia, people are comparing his back to the likes of Phil Heath. I mean, that is a whole another level. And why are people getting mad that the 212 guys are dominating the open class for the last 2 years? First of all, they are not 212 anymore. And it doesn't matter what they weigh on stage. They appear more complete, more aesthetic, more muscular, and to a point that the competition is having a hard time against them. And that is what the judges are rewarding at the moment.
For them to be honestly, and I'm just being passionately honest, you're losing to 212 guys. Are you kidding me? Really? You're losing to 212 guys because you can't do your freaking job.
Hadi Choopan has some of the best conditioning ever in the history of the sport, at least from the front and from the side. And he is not bad from the back either. It's just that Derek Lunsford is just nuts from the back. And I am glad that Hadi Choopan proved everyone wrong who kept on saying that Hadi is going to drop down to 5th this year. I understand the criticism Flex Wheeler has for the bigger guys, but to say that it was embarrassing, that is kinda unfair to the guys competing in this current era.
The truth is, if one of them comes back and win again next year, you got approximately 4 guys who effed off again.
And keep in mind, Flex Wheeler is one of my favorites of all time. And here is another factor. The timing of the men's open bodybuilding is kinda screwed up. Time and time again, we have seen that the men's open prejudging gets delayed so much. And that does play a factor for these guys not bringing their 100% on the stage. I think that is something that IFBB needs to rethink in the upcoming years. Now that most of the media is done with the Olympia wrap-ups, we can say that without a doubt that most of the people who were watching the show had Hadi winning. And I have maintained my stance that it could have gone either way. It was super close.
Who did you have winning the 2023 Mr. Olympia?
I had Hadi Choopan winning the contest.
I thought Hadi won from the front and Derek won from the rear.
So I think that is enough motivation for Hadi Choopan to keep bringing a better package every year and maybe become the second only person after Jay Cutler to have lost the title and won it back again. I know that hasn't happened since then, but it is a possibility. And the good thing is that the former champion has been posting a lot more on the social media now. And I am kinda surprised at why he did not do that last year as well. Because people keep bringing up this argument all the time, that Hadi was absent from Instagram or social media, and he wasn't representing the sport, especially the way Derek has. And that played a role in him losing the title to Derek this past weekend. Which, by the way, I strongly disagree with if that was the case. Bodybuilding shows should be judged on the stage. So coming back to Hadi, we don't know whether he has a competition scheduled for 2024, other than the Olympia of course. I think that is the only title he wants to get back, and he is qualified for life. So making the maximum amount of improvements, that is what he is going to be looking for. So let's hope he keeps on posting on his social media as frequently as he is doing right now, because that keeps the fans more engaged and more invested. It's the peak week for Harsamdi on his road to men's open bodybuilding pro debut, and what a crazy lineup this is. I mean, it is the first Olympia qualifier for 2024, and the lineup here is just nuts. The guys Harsamdi is going up against, that too for the very first time in his bodybuilding career. I mean, guys like Nathan Diesha, Behrouz, Samson Dauda, Andrea Presti, and so many other guys like Alfred Chiriak as well. And 4 of these guys are Olympians that we are talking about here. And not to forget about Hani Rambar's athlete, Muhammad Fada is making his return to the stage after a gap of 2 years. So Harsamdi aka Marcelo in his recent pics looks really great. and his waist here looks really decent as well. But this has to translate on stage. And he is going up against guys who are so much bigger than him, and not to mention way more athletic than him as well. So it is gonna be a big challenge for Horse on how he does on his pro debut. His legs have absolutely blown up in this offseason. So here you guys go. The pro debut that we were all looking forward to for quite some time. Now it's finally gonna happen. Wesley Vissers did a phenomenal job at this past Mr. Olympia. He was able to move up one spot from 8th to 7th this year. His potential is finally being acknowledged by everyone, including the judges. If this guy did not have kind of a blocky waist, and I'm saying that in comparison to the other guys, he could have been as high as top 6. But you never know, this could happen in the upcoming years. So what's next for Wesley Vissers? Well, he is gonna do Romania Pro this weekend, hoping to get an early qualification for the Olympia next year, which most likely he will. I feel like that this time most of the media attention, especially post-Olympia, have been on the top 3 or top 5 athletes across all the divisions. And I think these guys need appreciation as well who placed in the top 10. And that goes for every class. So I'm gonna focus on all these guys from top 5 to top 10 in the upcoming videos across all the divisions. And I'm gonna try to make individual videos of these guys as well. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.